Hey guys, it's Thunder. Just wanted to step in here before the beginning of the episode. So these first 8 or 9, I'm not quite sure because I'm not done editing all of them, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to throw a couple of them away due to audio issues with our old setup. But these first episodes of Almost Fancy is sort of like a prototype, like the season 0. Um, a lot of them were recorded over a year ago. Actually, all of them were recorded over a year ago. Um, so some of the things we say might sound a little weird. Like I mentioned Fortnite at one point. Fortnite was a very different video game a year and a half ago. I think these were recorded around the time that Last Jedi was coming out, to put it into perspective. So these first couple episodes are a little raw. We've gotten way better at Let's Playing and podcasting and having personalities on air and stuff like that since then. So the 9th episode, or like the 8th or whatever it ends up being after I figure out what season 0 is going to look like, are going to be so much better. We're going to have more guests. We're going to have new bits. We've at this point we've solidified all the rules that I guess you don't even know yet because I'm putting this before the first episode. But yeah, I just wanted to get in here, and I think I'm going to put this little intro before the entirety of season 0. So when you don't hear this intro, just know that you've reached the beginning of the new era. But yeah, I just wanted to hop in here before the episode and let you guys know that. I hope you enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun making these, and I really hope we can make more and make these something special. All right, take care, guys. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Almost Fancy, a Thunder and Lightning podcast. They call me Thunder.
I'll introduce myself at some point in the show when the time's right. I don't think the time's right now. I'm just not feeling the vibes.
All right, that's Chris. So today our special guest is Max.
Hey y'all, how you doing?
Hi, Max. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. It's been a good day.
That's good.
Yeah.
Any plans for the weekend?
Oh, dude, I think I'm gonna get drunk tonight.
I'm gonna need you to eat that mic first, Max.
You're right. I'll have. I'm pretty hungry. This will be the meal tonight.
Yeah, pretend
There you go.
pretend the
Pretend
mic.
the mic is the meal.
When the podcast is over, you get to eat the mic.
This is like some bomb McDicks right now.
Oh,
And, just
okay.
yeah.
All right, Max, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not the classy one here.
So just to briefly explain how it works, Max has 3 topics. We have 3 topics. We're going to ask him to tell us everything he knows about those topics and vice versa. And depending on how well either one of us do, the other team, the 2 teams being Thunder and Lightning versus Max, are going to give each other points. And that just about sums it up.
Can I
So,
just say?
yeah, go for it.
Thunder and Lightning is a solid name.
Oh, thank
solid
you.
duo name.
Thank you. I mean,
like
I
it.
haven't introduced myself yet on this episode.
That's
so
very true.
It could be something else.
As far as we know, it's just Thunder.
It is just Thunder right now.
As far as we know, Lightning's not here. This is Thunder featuring Chris and Max.
Lightning is missing in action.
If Lightning doesn't show up in the next 20 minutes, I'm going to deem Max the new Lightning.
Sweet.
Ooh, okay. Oh no! Oh, he ruined it.
Come on.
Oh, jeez.
What is your phone? What is your phone case?
That is a 21 Pilots phone case.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
that
All
was-
right, cool.
Yeah, I know. That's my fanboy showing a little bit. That's my high school fanboy showing.
I was literally listening to My Chemical Romance this morning, so
Dude.
you're fine.
Cool. Yeah.
I mean, you probably weren't even born before they were.
No, yeah. What were they? 04?
I have no idea. That was
Dude, I'm a my chem junkie. Like, you come on.
How old are you?
How old am I? I'm 19. I got a couple months left before I'm 20, so I'm a youngin.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Chris, that means we can't swear.
Oh.
He's too young.
No.
You fucking kidding me? Can't swear. What is this? Maybe 19. I'm not a child. No.
All right. I have something I wanted to bring up, and I waited until we were recording anything to bring this up.
He texted
Okay.
me last night saying he wasn't going to talk about whatever it was I didn't know about till we were recording.
No, I called you because I thought about this, and I was like, "This is so important. I have to call Chris to tell about it." And then and then you didn't pick up, so I was like, "No, this is a sign. I'll save it for when we're recording."
There's
So
so much buildup. What is it?
So, we all know Mario, the plumber.
Oh,
Right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
He's Italian, as we all know, right?
Uh huh.
But he's from the Mushroom Kingdom. So what's Italy? Is Italy real in Mushroom Kingdom world, or is Mushroom Kingdom real in our world?
Well, hold on.
Well,
Hold on. Mario's from New York, and he goes down the
Mario's
pipe.
Italian.
do you mean
he
New
wasn't-
Donk City?
He was.
I haven't played the new Mario game. Don't fact check me on that.
I don't. Who said he was born in the Mushroom Kingdom?
he's not born there. He's from there.
So,
But he's Italian.
No, he's from New York.
He's not. What the fuck are you getting that
Did you watch
from?
the Super Mario Super Show when
That
you were a
is
kid?
not canonical. They confirmed today that was not canonical by saying that Toad's head is his head and not a hat.
oh, I did read that. I did read that.
That's
and
insane, right? Every like
is a
3
little- it-
every like 3 years Nintendo's like, "Oh, that thing you thought was happening? No, it's really this."
Yeah.
Like they just confirmed last week that in Mario World when you stick the tongue out as Yoshi, he's actually punching him in the head. And it's like a reflex that his
Really?
tongue comes out.
Dang.
Yeah, all Mario knows is
You know,
violence.
next, all the people who have been thinking Zelda is Link, they'll come out. That's true. You know?
Yeah.
Wow.
Secretly, all these games.
But like getting back to what I was saying, like
Yeah.
like let's say like you boot up Super Mario Brothers and like World 1-1 you go left a little bit and it's a pipe and the pipes are like China, Spain. Like is it just like the real world exists? Does the real world exist? Is Mario is
Inside
missing the
of
one where you play
Mario.
as Luigi and you learn about geography canon and you can just go to other like you're in the Mushroom Kingdom hanging out, it's like, "Oh man, I want to take a vacation to France." And they could just
And you
go
just
there.
Go to France.
Or I was thinking about this too. Do they live in like an Adventure Time style like post-apocalyptic world where
Ooh.
cuz if you play Odyssey, like that's Earth. They have
Yeah.
a moon.
No, I was gonna get to that because it's representative of Earth. So they
Yeah, like
Italy
are they
is
trying
there.
to tell me like that was Earth a long time ago? And that's why we have remnants of like we have cars and humans and we have a town that looks like New York City. Then you get into like is Mario actualized in our world where like these people who are in New Donk City know about Donkey Kong being a popular arcade game so much so that they based a city around this concept.
I wasn't ready for this
Yeah,
question.
but see, oh man, how was I gonna say this? If it is a thing where Mario can just travel to these real places.
Hey,
God,
Max.
that's round two
Hey,
of
Max.
dropping my phone. What's up?
3 strikes and you're out. I'm
Oh,
chucking that
man,
phone out the
jeez,
window.
I'm sorry, man. No, but so if Mario
Also, I am gonna need you,
to
Max,
talk
to
closer,
deep throat
to
that
eat
mic.
the mic. I'm so sorry. I'm not used to this whole podcast thing yet.
There we
people.
go.
My bad. But so if Mario can just travel to anywhere in the world that he wants, is Mario the only one that can do that, or are
I'd
there
say-
are there Goombas and are there protagonists from the Mario universe just secretly hidden, or are they just in that scenario?
Yeah,
Do
I
th-
see
are
what
they
you're
around?
saying. Like, has, like Bowser one day he's like, "I don't want to take over Mushroom Kingdom. I want to go steal the actual Queen of England and take over." And like then the Great Britain is like overcome with like Goombas and Koopas and chain chomps.
Oh my god! Can you imagine just like driving down the street and a chain chomp just smacks you? That's my day. Dang,
That
my
YouTube
chain
video would
chomp
get
just
so
wrecked
many
my car.
That's not your day. That's your life.
Yeah,
That's-
right. Yeah,
that-
then you're dead because you just got chomped by a chain chomp.
That's game over.
But like then you get the game over.
Yeah.
It pops
then
up
a
right
little
in front
bit
of
of
you
you-
right before.
And
you
then a
die.
tiny bit of you goes to hell, and then you respawn back in your car.
Yeah.
Let's
And
play
you
the
just
game.
you lose a life.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well,
let's-
If
this
only.
this is not the Thunder and Lightning podcast. This is almost fancy.
Uh-huh.
So let's play the game.
Yes.
That was nice. That was nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Max, before we started this, confidently told us over and over again that he's struggling with his 3 topics.
Oh yeah,
So we're gonna go first.
Yep.
We're gonna ask you first.
I'm gonna do my
So-
best.
This one, yes. The middle
The
one.
middle one, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
okay.
no.
So, Max,
Yeah.
and this is one of those things where like, if I say it and you have like no idea, I could like clarify a little bit more, but not
Okay.
too much. So,
Yeah, I just need to roll with it.
Max, tell us everything you know about Firestorm.
About Firestorm. So I know I watched a Let's Play of a game, actually, that may or may not have been called Firestorm. And if it's not, I could be very wrong on this, but I'm going to roll with it anyway.
Okay.
And so there's this guy.
Make
and
stuff up.
Make stuff up. Here it goes. There's this guy, and he's lost as to where he wants to go with his life. So to find new meaning, he says, I'm gonna move away somewhere. I'm gonna find a job that lets me be in nature. And so he finds a job where he can be a park ranger, but he's like one of the fire watchmen, you know. So he watches so he makes sure that there's no fires happening.
Okay.
And he goes and he lives in this fire watch tower in the forest, and there's no one else around him, and the dude is slowly going stir crazy, and just waking up every day, nothing's happening, and he'll investigate old campsites or something, and then he'll find a ghostly clue, but we never really know if it's actually a ghostly clue or if he's just going crazy from being out by himself for so long. That is maybe what that thing is.
Okay, can I ask? So you're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay,
That's-
did you make all that up?
No,
he didn't. So
So
here's
I
so-
remembered halfway through that is a game called Firewatch.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
No.
do you want to take another go at it?
Can
or
you
do you want
remind
to...
me of the initial topic?
Well, I could give you points based on that because you did a really good job describing Firewatch.
No, that's
That's
not-
not
Yeah,
what
but that's
I
not
did.
at all what you
can't
asked
ask about
me, and I'm
Scooby-Doo and
so
then give an answer for SpongeBob.
I'm so
and it
sorry because
counts.
I
No,
like
you're
took
right,
that and
you're
ran
right.
with something else.
No, you're right. You're
In
right.
fact,
Okay,
if,
then
if
I'll.
anything, take points away already.
Okay, here's the deal. Okay, I'll.
What was the topic again?
Okay. Okay, here's your options. I could give you a half point right now, or I could tell you a little bit about the other thing, so you can better
No, just
describe
give
it to
him the
me.
name. He didn't even know what the name was.
Well, no, you told me the name, and I'll be
It's-
completely honest. It left my brain.
It's
like 30
Firestorm.
seconds.
The topic is Firestorm.
Firestorm. I think I'm gonna take the half point because I don't think I can come up with
Wow.
something equally as.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
All
Sorry, guys. I'm disappointing round one.
All right.
No, that's all
you
right.
get a half point for just giving me
Yeah,
completely
get-
selling me on Firewatch.
Yeah, I hope all of you should go buy that game because it's an incredible game.
What if they paid him to say that and like the
Oh,
next
shit.
two
Yeah.
answers are just more in depth on that game.
Yeah. Next podcast, tune in for the second half of the Firewatch story.
Welcome back to Firewatch Watch.
Yeah. This is the
Um.
Firewatch cast where we only talk about Firewatch.
So, Firestorm is a superhero from DC Comics.
Oh yeah.
He-
Didn't get that.
He's right.
He's
right there.
He's right there. He's
Oh, okay.
So
Wait,
the-
does any relation to what's the Fantastic Four?
That's Marvel.
Is that Marvel?
Yeah.
Shit. All right.
So-
I'm not killing it right now. Okay.
So Firestorm, the way Firestorm works is it's two people. So
Okay.
it's a college football player and an old man scientist, and
I just realized you also have three
I
Firestorm
Oh,
pop
yeah,
figures.
I
One of
see,
them
um,
says Firestorm.
yeah, I'm seeing that now.
yeah, I have
That's,
all the Firestorm pop figures.
Those
There's
are
only three.
those are neat. Actually.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So the way it works is they fuse together. So
Okay.
it's the body of the football player, and he's got the professor talking to him in his head. So it's pretty cool because sometimes they just have straight up like conversations, but other times it's like, oh, on your right,
yeah.
stuff like that.
yeah.
And the way this superhero works is he controls like nuclear matter. So he can shoot fire out his hands, but it's sort of more, it's not directly fire. It's kind of like radiation.
Hmm.
And the way his other powers works is he like I remember once in the comic books, he flies through a car and the car turns to water. He can just like change atoms around.
That's incredible. And can I tell you a little segue that I just made?
Sure.
So I watched the whole first season of the Flash show on the CW.
Yeah.
And
Firestorm's
that
on.
just totally clicked with me that is Firestorm, and that's crazy because it was an awesome concept.
Yep. Yeah.
And I really like how they did it in the show with like the chess piece they had.
Yeah. That's the Matrix. Yeah.
Thank you for
Firestorm's-
that. It's been a while since I've watched it, but that's awesome.
Firestorm's my favorite superhero because of that season of The Flash.
Really. That's awesome. No,
Yeah.
I'm so glad I just made that segue because I'm sitting here this whole time. I was like, oh, DC's making a new superhero, the CW. Like, jeez, that's good.
Yeah. Okay. So half point for Firewatch
Yeah, Firewatch cast next week.
next week and every week until the end of linear time.
Mhm.
All right,
man.
your turn, Max.
Oh, jeez, it's my turn. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. You better
Excuse me,
find
I
your
dropped
phone.
my phone. All right, let's see how this goes. All right, I'm not gonna pick the first one, but I want you guys to tell me everything you may know about how to play baseball.
Okay. First of all, I love that we don't tell any of the guests to word it the way we do with tell me everything you know
and then
about.
they
It just happens
Okay,
to work out that
maybe
way.
not how to play. Can you tell me just everything you know about baseball and
Yes.
its concept?
First off, and I'm lightning.
Okay.
Wow.
What an introduction! If that is that like too broad? Is that what you're about to tell
No,
me?
no.
That's
Okay.
fine. That's fine.
Okay.
No. That was I introduced myself.
Okay.
The
No,
time
that-
was right.
Fantastic introduction. Lightning.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're joining us today.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Don't scare me like that again.
Oh.
So baseball. It's a diamond.
Mhm.
It gets played around the country, and I believe in Japan.
Mm.
So there's 9 innings.
Mm-hmm.
3 guys have to get struck out in order to switch to the second half of the inning where the other team hits the baseball.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 strikes in the batter's out. There's a World Series consisting of 7 games. That has you don't have don't shake your head. Don't
no.
tell me I'm right.
Oh, geez.
You have to wait.
okay.
I have
guys,
to,
I'm
I have
still
to be in
learning the game a little bit.
and 7 games, and I believe it's kind of like best of whatever. Like if it's not like the Super Bowl where it's one game and whoever wins that. I believe it's you win the best of whatever.
Yeah, the World Series can end early.
Right.
If I believe.
Right. There's 3 bases. You have to run to each of them, which is where they lose me.
There's 4 bases. First, second, third.
Oh, well, do we count home? Is home a base?
I count it.
Okay. I don't believe you hit somebody with the ball. I believe you try and get the base with the ball.
What?
They're-
No. You
they're-
hit the ball with the bat as far as you can.
No, yeah, but I mean when you're trying to get somebody out. I don't think
right,
you throw
yes.
the ball out.
No.
Steroids are not allowed. That's a no. You can be.
I mean,
you can be.
There's some
fat.
people that would disagree with you.
You can be fat and play baseball. I know that. Which, it's boring. I'd like that to be factual. I want to get a full point for I added that it's boring. What do you have to say, Anthony?
Babe Ruth.
Oh, okay.
Nomar Garcia Parra. Manny Ramirez. Big Papi.
All good names.
Lou Gehrig. Right?
The
Michael
disease.
Jordan.
Oh yeah, wait, hold on. No.
Everything I know about baseball, I know from Space Jam.
Yeah, screw you, Max. Michael Jordan actually played baseball.
No, I know he did. I
Yeah,
know
all
he
right.
did. That's
Good.
I'm
that
gl-
counts.
I'm glad.
Leave
It
Anthony
does.
alone. That
It
counts.
does.
I mean, Boston Red Sox,
The Yankees.
New York Yankees. That's
I believe there's one called the Blue Jays. Anyways,
they're the Mariners.
What else do you want to know? Is
no,
there
you
more
got,
things?
no, that was really it. I just kind of wanted to see what you knew in general. And you guys got
before
pretty spot
no,
on.
well, hang on. Did we do it, or like could if we keep talking, do we get more points?
No, honestly, the icing on the cake was mentioning Little League and Babe Ruth and getting that stuff. So I would say you guys would get a full point for that.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
And I'm glad, Anthony, you came in with some fact checks on Chris, because there are 4 bases. Home base is a base.
Hell yeah.
All
And,
right. Thank you, Anthony.
And it is a diamond. That was
not
a good.
completely
That was a
useless.
good place to start. And geez,
It's a sport,
it is a sport.
and they play
And
sporty ball.
I'm
What
gonna
if Chris was
sports ball.
What if Chris was just like, okay, baseball. All right, so there's 100 yards.
Oh man, this would be a great episode. Is what happened.
Who was Pablo? Backyard baseball. He's my favorite.
That's a great game. Great game. Not always. Man,
Would
it's been a
would
while
I have
since
gotten a
played that
full
game.
point if I just talked about backyard baseball?
You know,
Where the
probably,
juice pack is your health?
because
What the fuck are you
I
talking
don't
It's
know.
your
about?
stamina.
Wait.
Have you never played backyard
What?
baseball?
Backyard
what are you
baseball?
talking?
What?
You've never played backyard baseball?
No,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Have you played
It's
backyard
so great.
football?
Pablo's the man.
No. I haven't.
It was.
Those
it
are
was,
the only sports games I'll play. They're so fun.
Excuse me. It was those were. I believe they came out for the Wii, right?
I mean, they were on PC. They were a
they
computer
on
game.
PC?
Yeah, that's what I played them for.
I played them on Wii. That's interesting.
Yeah,
That's really funny.
I'm also older than you.
You are older.
They came
than
out
me. Did they
maybe a
come-
little before your time.
That would make sense.
I've played backyard
I mean,
wrestling. Is that the same franchise?
Probably. I never
I
played.
did
oh
not
no,
know
no.
that was a
Backyard
thing.
wrestling is like
I was gonna say. I feel like that could be a
No.
general thing that isn't attached to the
Yeah,
backyard
oh.
franchise.
backyard
Okay.
baseball is like a bunch of kids.
Yeah,
and they go
no,
up
it
and
well,
they play a sport.
It's kid versions of professional baseball
Oh,
players.
like Muppet Babies?
Kinda, but like athlete babies.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so like you got the whole the field lineup of the Red Sox, but they were like 12.
I'd like to point out. He gave us a sport. I brought it back to video games. Just
Yeah,
throwing
no,
that out there.
great segue. But yeah,
I
you
mean,
guys,
I gave him a superhero and he somehow brought it back to video games.
Yeah, right. No, you guys nailed it.
Cool. Yay! Yay for us.
Okay.
All right. I asked this one.
Yeah, sure.
All right, Max.
Yes.
Tell us everything you know about Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force. So I know that it is on Adult Swim.
Oh,
And I know it's on Adult Swim, and if it's the one that I'm remembering correctly, it's the one like it's soda and French fries, but they have personalities and they just like shoot the shit with each other all day. But it like it's an Adult Swim show, so it's
Give me
it's-
names.
Oh, I can't give you names, dude.
Give us plot.
Yeah, give
you
us a little bit of plot.
Oh, jeez.
I'll admit there
Um,
isn't much of one, but if you can give me like who
What-
they run into
like
or
an
stuff like
episode
that. Yeah.
rundown? Oh man, it's been a while since I watched that show. So I remember one episode. If I'm remembering correctly, they go to like a junkyard, and it's the soda and the French fries, and they're walking around, and I think they find
There's a third character you're not
I
mentioning.
know there
and if you give me him, I might give you a
you
point.
might give me the point
Because
I
he's
don't-
kind of not
he's
really
ki-
the main
he-
one,
he's
but
the
he's the one everybody
character.
loves. If you can
Fuck.
give me him,
I can't.
really?
It-
Okay.
I'm picturing a potato with a face, and I can't tell you why that's what I'm picturing, but I'm getting a potato with a face and like the trio of a potato, French fries, and soda. Is it a hamburger? No, it's not like the Hamburglar in disguise on an Adult Swim show.
If you worded it a little
If I
better.
worded it differently, oh man, I don't know.
I don't think Max knows what the Hamburglar is.
I also
Hey,
don't
the
think
Hamburglar
Max,
was
tell us everything you know about the McDonald's gang.
Tell
About
us
the
everything you know
McDonald's
about
gang?
McDonald Land.
Oh.
Not really though. Go back to Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
So if I'm remembering the episode that I'm thinking about correctly, which I don't have a third character for you, Lightning, it's not happening.
He referred. Okay. You referred to me as Lightning.
Yeah.
I did refer to you
That's
as
weird.
Lightning. That's
All
your
right.
name.
That's your name, bro.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm on the Thunder and Lightning podcast, am I not?
Are you?
actually are not. You are on Almost Fancy.
Oh,
I thought I was guesting on you
You're
guys'
right.
podcast.
But so they go to like a junkyard or dump or something, and
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna stop you here. I don't know anything about this episode you're talking about.
dude, I don't
So
even
you're
think
not
this
gonna get-
is an episode.
Okay, good. Then keep going.
Okay, yeah, like they go to a junkyard and they're walking around. I think they're hatching a plan to steal something from.
Just make it up. Tell us
from
what it is.
either the junkyard.
What are they stealing?
They're trying. Or maybe no, you know what? They're breaking into a prison.
Okay.
They're breaking into a prison to free the secret fourth member of the Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Okay, who is he?
And he's the Hamburglar.
Oh my
in
God!
disguise.
Yes.
And they're hatching this plan, and they're walking through. For some reason, the dump is next to the jail, so that's
Okay.
why they're there. And then they're walking around, and then a crazy homeless dude jumps out
Yeah.
of the like some like pile of dump stuff.
Okay.
And he's just like, hey
Wait,
guys,
you would be referring to garbage.
yeah, thank you. I would be. And he's just like, y'all trying to get into the prison, and they're like, whoa, what the fuck are you doing, homeless man? But yes, and he's like, oh, I can.
That didn't match any of the
I
personalities.
can tell you I can tell you about a secret sewage line to get into the prison. And they're like, all right, where is it? And they're like, you gotta go get me some McDonald's first. So they go, but they are food, so they just give him some of themselves.
Oh, okay.
And then they sneak into the prison and they find the secret Hamburglar, and they
I like how
leave.
he's the secret
And then they leave, and that's a wrap on this episode.
Okay.
Okay, before I just want to say, if a person who was a French fries came up to me and was like, "You hungry? Here's part of my brain," I don't think I would eat it.
That's fair, and I support you in that decision.
Okay.
because I don't think I would either.
So, do I get into backstory or do I roast him on?
Well, we got to give him a point first.
I
was gonna
I don't
say-
think I don't
Here's the
think
thing.
you guys should give me anything.
Here's
Like,
the
that
thing.
was bad.
Here,
Well,
I want to give him half a point,
Okay.
and I'll explain why.
Okay.
He
I'm also intrigued.
did get two of the main characters. He didn't give me much story, but to be honest, they do dick around a lot in the show. But he missed one of the characters, and the story he just made up was fun. I'm not convinced the Hamburglar, a licensed character, is the
Oh, no.
third character of Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
I support you in this
He
decision.
did give us like an elevator pitch for a new Aqua Teen Hunger Force episode. Like,
But with the licensed character, like if he made up a character,
Just change him. Like it's
You
the
just said
it's
it.
The
It's
Hamburg-
recorded.
It's the
What do you want us to
Hamburglar.
do,
It's the
Max?
It's the Hamburglar. I don't know. So can you school me now on this?
okay.
on
Well,
Aqua Teen
yeah.
Hunger
Hold on. We
Force.
got to decide this point first.
I was gonna say a full point because I think he gets half a point for getting all the real stuff, and then half a point for creating an episode.
But he missed one of the three main characters
That seems pretty crucial.
and put in a licensed character from another franchise instead of making one up.
Yeah, you're right.
That's just where I'm getting caught up. I'm sorry, Max.
No,
It's a half a
dude.
point.
Honestly, that's fine.
So-
like,
There's three main characters.
yeah.
Frylock, which is the French fries.
Okay.
Master Shake, which is the shake, and Meatwad, the meatball.
Damn it.
Um,
Shit, I was so close.
and their neighbor Carl. And most of the show is based around them pissing off Carl.
Okay.
But some interdimension stuff happens sometimes where they fight aliens or demons or whatever, and it's fun.
Okay.
None of the show's serious. It runs about 50 minutes. If you could give me the runtime, I would have maybe even given you a full point.
Wait. It's run 50 minutes? What?
15.
Oh, I
It's
was gonna.
pretty
I was
short.
gonna. No, I was gonna say I thought they were shorter than
Yeah,
that.
no, they're super short.
Though I've never seen this show. The way you described it sounds a lot like regular show.
It kind of is
It-
with a more adult theme.
Oh, extremely. Yeah, it's like if regular show was actually an Adult Swim show.
Right. So, I say half a point for that one.
Okay.
Which,
All right.
can I just throw in this little fun fact? Did you guys know that the originally regular show was going to be an Adult Swim show?
I feel like I did know that.
I actually did know that.
Yeah.
I
'Cause
thought you were going to
they're-
give us
they're-
some facts on the hamburger.
No, because they're stoned the whole time for the entirety of regular show. That's the bit.
Is that their stoned?
That would have been the bit for if it was an Adult Swim show.
Right.
But it's on Cartoon Network, so obviously they're not going to be like, hey guys, these two characters are stoned
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whole time.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
But like you know how there's real people in the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they're just seeing themselves as animal people because they're just
Oh,
really stoned,
interesting.
and like Benson is a gumball machine just because they're stoned, you know, and
Yeah.
like
they kind of spun that into like this like BoJack Horseman style of
They
like
totally
humans
did.
and animals just
They
exist
just- they
and we don't talk about
coexist,
it.
yeah.
That's interesting.
it is a thing.
Wasn't
yeah.
SpongeBob also going to be an adult show?
Yeah.
it was same thing for Adventure Time, if I'm remembering correctly. So
That's cool.
I was told that once, and I believe I was told it in confidence. So
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, your turn.
oh my God, it's my turn again.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
It's like, wow, we're still playing.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, no, I got so into that I forgot that I had to go again. Okay, I want you guys. I hope this plays out well because I like the topic and I hope you guys like it too. And I hope yeah. Can you guys tell me everything you may know about the USS Callister episode of Black Mirror? And if that is too much, explain to me the concept of Black Mirror.
Okay.
Pick one of the two.
Here's the thing, Anthony. I could explain to him what Black Mirror is briefly. I could not explain this episode. So do we want to go safe and have me explain the episode? I mean, explain the show, or do we want to make up this episode?
Or I have no idea what Black Mirror is, so I could make up a whole show about Black Mirror.
Okay, I wanna throw the name of the episode at you again because I feel like that really gets some creativeness going.
Okay.
The episode is called USS Callister.
Okay.
Let that jog your memory for a second.
I mean, it's some sort of Navy ship. I get
Yes.
that part. You want to flip a coin? See if we go
Flip
with
a coin.
facts or you make up a story?
Yeah, hang on. You riff. I'll get a coin. Oh, there's coins right there.
Yeah, that's right there.
Can we hear it? Do we get that audible?
Don't.
Okay.
Oh, okay. It wasn't actually that loud. Well, I have like.
Pennies.
I'm curious to see what you guys do.
Are
with
you
this.
good at flipping coins, or should I do
I
it?
can do it.
You're not really supposed to flip pennies. Head. So what is it? Heads is make shit up about the episode, and tails is actually you tell what you know about Black Mirror.
Sounds good.
Okay. It's tails.
So
So
what was
which
that?
does that mean again?
So you tell him everything you actually know about the show Black Mirror.
Okay.
And because we kind of cheated, if you want to deduct points at the end, feel free.
No. Here's why he's not going to deduct points. It's because we're going to do them both. I'm going
Are
to
you-
explain the show, then you're
Ooh.
going to give the episode.
Ooh, all right. I like this.
Okay.
I like this.
All right.
Black Mirror
Yep.
is the modern day Twilight Zone, where every episode is a little bit different, but it's a dark Twilight Zone. It gets very scary. I've never seen the show, but from what I've been told, it's just a very sci-fi centric, always a plot twist at the end style show. Again, very much like Twilight Zone. There I go. That's the end.
Christ.
Tag in Anthony.
The USS Callister is a giant ship, and the whole episode takes place on the ship, and there's a murder mystery style like whodunit that you're kind of into for the whole episode, and they kind of drag you along, and then you find out at the end that the ship is at the bottom of the ocean and everyone's ghosts, and it's a ghost ship like Wind Waker.
Is that your
Finn.
pitch? Okay. Now
How many points do I get?
I'm going to give you guys a full point.
Yay!
A, because that was a creative story and I really liked it,
Thank you.
and B, because of the Twilight Zone reference, because that is how almost everybody that I've talked to has referred to Black Mirror as a modern day Twilight Zone.
We
And
are
so
killing it.
That was spot on.
Yeah.
And so little thing about Black Mirror, you're very right. They except for the most recent season, there's like one episode that doesn't necessarily end in a bad way, but it's a little uplifting, but it's still not happy. pretty much every episode has a sad ending. They never end with you feeling a sense of relief. You know, they're all you're always like left hanging a little bit. But the core concept of the show is that each episode has something to do with technology and how it is like how it affects our society in bad ways. And so a big thing, the show is called Black Mirror because when you look at your phone, it's a black mirror.
Oh,
And the show
that's
is
pretty
based
cool.
around technology, so you're just like you're literally looking at a black mirror all day.
Oh, I kind of like
and
that.
it focuses very much so on the fact that we're glued to technology and so reliant on it.
Yeah, I mean, you
And,
keep dropping yours.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't broken yet.
So,
But,
tell us about the episode.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
the
yeah.
episode, you're gonna love this because it ties right
Yes.
back into video games. Is
Sick.
so the USS Callister. I was hoping you guys were gonna relate that to Star Trek because it's very much so an episode representative of like a Star Trek episode.
I mean, you're talking to two Star Wars fans.
No, I know,
We're
but
not Trekkies.
yeah,
Yeah, I heard you try to pronounce Star Wars, and it sounded different when you said it. It sounded like Trek. What'd you say? Star Trek?
Star Trek, not
I don't know.
Wars. Yeah.
I don't know.
The whole purpose of Star Trek, by the way, is to create peace in the galaxy. Therefore, they're trying to destroy Star Wars. They're a menace to society and want to ruin the best franchise
Okay.
there is.
I'm gonna run you guys through this episode. real
Yeah, please,
quick.
please do it.
So you follow a game developer who works at a game development company, and the company is in the process of developing this game where you pretty much get to play the captain of a Star Trek-esque ship.
Hang on one second. So Max is definitely going to spoil the twist of this episode. So,
Yes.
So maybe skip
Well,
ahead.
actually, I'll do my best not to, but I will warn that I may.
Okay. So
Um,
maybe if you just skip ahead 3 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to just summarize it because it is. I do hate to spoil, but thank you for saying that.
Yeah. No problem.
So you follow a game developer, and he works for a company. He's very much so like, he's the nerdy guy. He's what's his job? What is his job? He's like the tech supervisor. He approves all the updates for this game that they're working on. And like he's the nerdy guy. His boss treats him like shit. But he like one day a new intern comes in, and she's the pretty intern who's still nerdy, you know. And so he's like dumbfounded. He's like, "Whoa, this girl is like." He would never be able to get with a girl like her, something like that, you know, or go on a date, you know. Let's make this PG a little bit. But you find out that he has a secret development copy of this game that they're making. And at home, he has a setup where he can insert a piece of DNA from somebody. So if it was a piece of hair, if they like drank a cup of coffee and like left some lipstick on it or something, or like lip balm, you know, he takes that and he kind of puts it into this program. And these people and these are real people in real life that he gets their DNA, and he makes digital copies of them and puts them into his secret developer copy of this game, and then they get put on board the USS Callister. But the twist is that they are fully aware of themselves, and they believe that they are themselves on this ship, but in reality, they're just a copy of themselves being put on this ship to do this game developer's command. Like he controls what they do entirely, because his meaning in making the game was to have a kind of a personal utopia for himself, something that he could escape to at the end of the day that wasn't the real world. And so throughout the episode, you also see him losing his concept of reality. Like he works in the office with a lot of these people that he's taken their DNA with. So he'll be in the office and he'll call them what he calls them in the game. And they'll be like, "Whoa, what?" And he'll have to catch himself. But so the core concept is that this dude is taking people's DNA and putting them in this game, and they're completely unaware, but their game versions of themselves are very aware. You know?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm. Excuse me for anyone who's seen the episode. I've watched it a lot. I'm just not great at recaps.
No, that's fine. I feel like I gotta get.
I'm trying to leave out a lot so that I don't spoil anything because it's a great episode and it's like movie length. It's an hour and 20 minutes.
That wasn't what I expected either. I'm pretty.
Are you intrigued?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Black Mirror's
Black Mirror's
Netflix exclusive, right?
It is Netflix
We should
exclusive.
have said.
We
that.
totally should have said that. But
No,
Gr-
we should have said that
Oh.
for more points.
Oh,
yeah, you should have. That would have done it.
I
but,
knew that this whole time. I just forgot to bring it
No,
up.
it's for if anyone hasn't watched it, great show. Every episode is different. No one episode.
Is every episode like that long?
No. The shortest episode it came out this season is about 41 minutes.
Oh,
So
okay.
they are-
So they're
they-
all pretty long.
They're all pretty lengthy. The longest is an hour and a half, and the shortest is either 41 or 44 minutes. But
cool.
they-
All right.
yeah.
Watch Black Mirror on Netflix.
Yeah, everybody go. Sorry for that Black Mirror plug.
Who else do you think paid Max to talk about their shit on
right?
our
No
podcast?
kidding.
Yeah, so far I'm plugging things tonight.
All
All
right.
right, you want to take this one?
Yes, round 3. Thunder round. I was gonna say lightning round, but never mind. Okay. Wow, we both cleared our throats.
Nice.
Twinning. No, what is that?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna apologize.
Okay,
For that.
You're just trying to get kicked off, aren't you?
Yeah. no, I'm not. This is great.
What if we fucking in the middle of the podcast just like, no, you're done.
Just
Bring
like-
in a different guest.
Yeah, it's just like I'll go get your dog.
This guest is broken. We need a new
I'm pretty
guest.
close. Like I'm running on empty right now in terms of food. So like I'm just spitting shit out.
All right. So Max,
Yeah.
tell us everything you know about Puzzle Place.
Puzzle Place. Okay, so I am
What if he
Puzzle-
nails this one?
Puzzle Play. I won't. Puzzle Place is a Chuck E. Cheese-esque, kid-friendly place where you go, but as opposed to getting all the arcade games and like bad like greasy pizza and soda that you get at a Chuck E. Cheese, you go and it's a peaceful environment where they play classical guitar music on loops all day, and you calmly put together puzzles with either with your parents or with new kids that you meet at Puzzle Place, and you
Is it like a hipster place?
kinda it's like if it becomes a thing, if it isn't already, it will be where the hipster parents bring their kids in the hopes that they also develop to become hipsters as
Okay.
adults.
So
And-
you made it a point to say there's no greasy pizza. What kind of food is that?
So
yeah,
they
serve the
own.
food.
So what do they serve? I was gonna roll with like a salad thing, but just to like.
Kids don't like salad.
You're right. Kids don't like salads. So if I had to, I'm gonna throw in a little personal information here. I used to put together puzzles with my aunt and uncle in California, and I would always eat pretzels. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that it would be a flavored pretzel bar. And but also
with different dips and shit.
with tons of different
that
dips.
sounds dope as
But
hell. I
and
would
then also
totally hang out here.
like the arcade pretzels that are the like big ones.
Yeah,
like they sell
The
those
real
too.
dough.
Yeah, like real.
Carnival
Yeah,
pretzel.
Not like
thank
bar
you.
pretzels.
Yeah. So, but it's an entirely pretzel bar, and that's all you can eat there. That's it.
Hey, he didn't go with a hipster food. I appreciate that.
And
He could have said like tofu.
No,
but he
Yeah,
didn't.
no,
he
I could have
went
been
with
like
the food that
avocado
He
toast.
went with the food that complements puzzles somehow.
And cause I'm on like a water kick, you can only drink water.
Oh yeah. Oh, I figured this was a water only place.
Yeah, no, they're clean there.
Important here, Max.
They have juice boxes, but they're filled with water.
Yeah, no.
This
No,
could
you
be
know
the
you
difference.
know what it is? This is the hipsterest thing about it.
Okay,
They
tell us.
only hand out boxed water. You know, you've ever been to a place and it's like they just have boxed water and the label literally says it's boxed water. It's not special, it's just in a box.
Okay. All right. That actually.
That's my pitch.
What were you gonna say, Chris? You were.
No, I was gonna. It doesn't even matter.
Okay,
He did a
alright,
better
okay.
job. He did a better job of it.
Thank you.
Anthony,
Yeah.
I want to give him a 1.5. I
Yeah.
loved that story.
Yeah. You get a 1.5 because that's definitely a place that I would go.
Right?
Um.
For any of
I
you who
wanna
couldn't
go to
see, I
Puzzle
was
Place.
just
I really-
dancing because I just
yeah.
got a 1.5. That's pretty great.
So hang on, let me write that down.
Thank
I'm
you.
very impressed, Max. You,
Thank
you
you.
really
Yeah,
came back.
honestly, I was a little impressed with that too. I got the Chuck E. Cheese idea in my head. I was like, okay, roll with this.
Yeah,
That's
no,
great.
that was
yeah.
beautiful.
That was great. That was definitely worth a 1.5. That being said, everything was wrong.
Oh,
I
yeah,
believe
it would have been 2 points if it was right.
entirely. Damn.
So
what is Puzzle Place?
Puzzle Place is.
Is it something else on your wall that I could have gotten a hint from easily?
No, there's
wanna go grab
actually
it?
if
I'll
you look
talk for
over
a
there.
second.
Is it?
Yeah, hang on.
hold,
Grab it.
yeah, you want to go? I don't.
Alright.
I don't want to tear
I'm gonna-
apart.
I'm
your
gonna
place.
talk. For those of you who have listened to us and watched us before, I'm staring at Charles Martinet. He's looking back at me. We're having a great time. He's not really in the room. It's a picture.
If only.
Yeah, we're definitely back in my room.
If he
For
was in this
episode,
room,
and you
I
know we
would-
got
I
Charles
would-
back up.
I would give my seat up for him to take it. Like I wouldn't need to be here.
So Max, I'm holding the VHS tape of the Puzzle Place Deck the Halls Christmas special.
Okay. Though first off, can I see that for a second?
Sure, yeah,
Before
go
you
for it.
continue at all.
It means a lot to me, so don't ruin it.
I'll admit I was a little horrified at first, just from a
Let me
distance. Those
explain-
dudes, they're just like staring into my soul.
Let me explain
and
what it is.
I don't know how I feel about that, but please explain.
So it's a mid.
I also appreciate that it's a VHS, but continue.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's all there was for a bit.
Before your time, Max.
Before you
Hey,
were born.
I watched some VHSs in my day.
What year were you born?
I was born in '98.
Okay, this VHS came out 3 years before you were born.
So close.
So Puzzle Place is an early to mid 90s children's television program,
okay.
and it's a puppet show like Muppets or Sesame Street or whatever. But instead of monsters, they're all like real kids, and the whole gimmick is equality. Like all the different kids are like, there's the American kid and the Jewish kid and the African kid and the
Okay.
Asian girl and the Mexican girl.
This is very much. This is like '90s, so you can
Yeah,
get away
yeah.
with this.
And there's also a cat and dog character, and they're like best friends, and so it's like even the cat and the dog who
Yeah.
usually hate each other are super cool.
that's good.
um, and the whole-
that's a good moral thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a little hipster, which I also appreciated. You went right with the
Yeah.
yeah,
Like everybody coexists,
Right,
bro.
yeah.
Like-
Yeah, like this Christmas special is all about like Ben, the American kid, is like super, like he's like, I'm so excited for Christmas, and Julie, the Jewish girl, is like, yeah, Christmas, whatever, and he's
Yeah.
like, she doesn't have fucking Christmas spirit. What are we gonna do? Just like that.
He's I
There's
bet.
the
That's quite the kids special.
the part that I always remember that what happens is she brings out a menorah because
Yeah.
she's Jewish.
Oh, yeah.
And he finds the menorah of his own volition, and he's like, I know what to do with this, and he fucking smashes it right on the Christmas tree. Just like, and then later she's like, "Where's my menorah?" And then she looks at the Christmas tree. She's like, "What?"
was she okay with it?
Yeah,
or
no,
like-
no, because this show was all
Yeah,
about
it's
like.
all about
'Cause
coexisting,
she wasn't,
bro.
yeah. So that she wasn't like, "Oh, you bitch." She was like, "No, let me." She was like, "Let me
Yeah,
explain
man, this
to you."
is quite the non-PG kids special.
But yeah, no, the whole thing is like, oh, you don't know about this cultural thing that you're totally wrong about. Let me explain it to you. Here, we're gonna cut away to a real, Jewish family, how they celebrate Christmas. And the thing is,
well, they don't celebrate Christmas.
I mean, I meant Hanukkah. Sorry,
I don't think you watched this episode well enough as a kid.
I watched it last month.
um,
But the other thing is they don't live in this puzzle place, but it's like a place they hang out. And from
Yeah.
what I can remember, it's a place with like infinite rooms. Like you go down a hallway and it's like the baking room, the this room, like the whatever we need for this episode room. And they had
so how do they leave?
they don't on the show.
Okay.
The show
Wait,
just
is this an episode of Black Mirror?
all of puzzle
secretly
place.
all TV is secretly Black Mirror episodes.
There's also they're like mustached, like different colorful men. They were called the Peace Police, and they were like pretty much the butlers. Like if one of the kids made a mess, they'd be like, "Oh, now I have to clean this." Except they didn't talk. They just like, rah, 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 rah.
That's funny. That's really funny. I was about to make a comparison, but it was completely wrong. That's good. I'll admit I don't know that I will ever go out of my way to watch Puzzle Place.
And I'm sure if you did, you'd be unsuccessful in finding old episodes online because, like, every time I bring this show up, the other person's like, I don't know, man. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But, like, here's the thing. Like, I have a couple Christmas specials that I own of shows that I've never seen, but I watched this show. I remember, like, seeing episodes of this show.
Yeah.
And not just, like, I have Christmas at Eureka's Castle. I have no fucking clue what Eureka's Castle is.
What is that? Yeah.
Yeah,
what?
it's a show about like a girl. It's kind of a similar thing where they all live in this castle and they like can't leave. But I've only ever seen the Christmas special, but I did watch Puzzle Place.
That's funny. That's great. Yeah, that's great.
Are those all the topics, or does Max have one
No,
more
Max
for us?
Max has one more.
Do I have one more? Oh, I just
I mean,
I
you can
honestly
look at
I just
Black
came
Mirror.
up with one in my head, and I hope it's good.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh.
roll with it, man.
Yeah.
'Cause you asked us about baseball, right?
I did. I
and
asked
then
you
asked
about
us
baseball,
Black.
and then I asked you about Black Mirror.
That's it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. and
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
all
Yeah.
so
So one
far.
more.
Okay, so I want you guys to tell me everything you know about the movie A Year Without a Santa Claus.
Oh. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh my God. It's one of the old stop motion movies. Don't shake your head, Max. You can't tell me if I'm right or
sorry,
not. Now I know I'm right.
I'm still learning the game.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
It's an
people.
old stop motion motion picture. It's from the same people who made Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, or it's the same style animation at least. I'd assume it's the same people.
It might not be because there was also remember Wallace and Gromit.
No, it's not. It's not claymation. It's like dolls.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Like Rudolph. It's like Rudolph.
Yeah.
And so Santa gets a cold. The Heat Miser's in this one. The other one.
The Snow Miser.
Is it the Snow
I
Miser?
think so. I've never seen it.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, now I know what you're.
Yeah.
This movie's called A Year Without a Santa Claus. I thought
I
this
believe
was just called The Heat Miser.
No, it's not. I believe this is A Year Without Santa Claus because Santa's sick. He's not. The Christmas is canceled. None of
Is it the same Santa that's portrayed in Santa Claus is Coming to Town?
it. I believe so.
But he's old and actually Santa Claus now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so two elves go to like Alabama or
Jimmy
Texas.
and Jimmy.
Have you seen this before?
No. No.
Oh, okay. I was like, do you want to describe it?
No.
He's just watching me like try and
right, like struggling. He's
No,
like, I know
in-
everything about this.
No, in what's that? In Double Dragon, the characters are called Billy and Jimmy, but in Double Dragon 3, for whatever reason, they called them Bimmy and Jimmy.
he still managed to make it about video games.
Everything
So-
can be related back to video games.
Hey, there
Chris. You haven't
wasn't-
learned this yet.
There wasn't a Puzzle Place video game, so
Oh.
and if there
Not
is-
yet.
Not yet. Who
Hold on.
knows? There's no limit on like last time we made a game based off a movie that was made 30 years ago. So
That didn't exist. Hold on. I'm on a roll.
Yeah.
These two elves. I hope to Christ this is the right Santa movie. Two elves go down to like Alabama or some southern state where it doesn't snow, and they get there via reindeer, a single reindeer, which that poor reindeer, and he's not doing well in the climate. They dress him up as a dog. He gets impounded because the dog catcher caught him. I forget what happens there. That's kind of unrelated. That's kind of a side story. Santa comes. Nobody believes in Santa anymore. And they're like, "Oh, if only it snowed, we'd believe again." And then that's where the Heat Miser and the other one,
Snow
the cold,
Miser.
yeah, the skinny guy,
Me.
Mr. Fahrenheit, I believe, something. I don't know. Shut up.
keep going.
Continue.
It snows. They believe again. Santa feels better. Plot twist. Christmas actually happens, and that is that episode of Black Mirror.
Wow. You know what?
I'm
That's
just
great.
I'm just imagining you go to like the dog catcher's like meeting place like the bar they all meet at the end of the day, and they're like, "How
Oh
many
my
dogs
God.
you catch today?" Like, "Oh man, I caught one. Oh, I caught 3." The guy busts in. He's like, "Guys, I caught a fucking reindeer."
I know, right? Like that is like breakthrough here.
So, Max,
Okay.
please, for the love of God, was that the right Santa movie?
You were spot on.
Yes!
You were spot on.
Can I tell you something?
And what is the most amount of points that I
2.
can give you? Because I'm giving you 2. Because
2.
that was
Can I tell you something?
what's up?
I love that movie. I don't know why I did such a
Phenomenal
bad job
movie.
of
Phenomenal
explaining
movie.
it. It's
no,
a great
you,
movie.
it is, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's my
And
favorite. One of my favorite Christmas movies.
yeah, so you're very right. Like Santa gets sick, and some elves
Smells.
some elves borrow a reindeer.
Oh, I'm lightheaded.
Some elves borrow a reindeer. You know. It's been a minute since I've seen it, and I'm also blanking on why they
Can he
borrowed
get minus
the
points if
reindeer.
he explains it worse than I did?
and go to the town. But Santa's sick. Mrs. Claus is gonna try to
Yeah,
be
right, Mrs.
Santa.
Claus
She
gets
does a
involved.
whole dance where there's like a whole song and dance bit where she puts on the like Santa uniform. I don't know.
Yeah.
and like pretends to be Santa. She's like, "Oh, I can pull this off." And she sends the elves to the town
Okay.
for whatever reason. And they take a reindeer, but it's a warm climate. They're used to being
Right.
in the snow. So the the reindeer gets sick, and they put socks on his antlers to make him look like a dog. They're like brown socks, so it blends in a little bit. And they leave him outside for a little bit. I think they go inside to go talk to somebody, and maybe they're trying to go see why no one believes.
Yeah, I think
That
that's
totally
what
might
they're
be
doing.
it. And the reindeer gets impounded. You're right. And then Santa finds out that these elves took the reindeer to some like middle of nowhere warm place, and he's like, "Oh shit, I gotta go get my elves and my reindeer now because they're like fucking up." And so he goes. He takes a bigger reindeer because that's gonna like handle the warmth better, and finds them. Meantime, Mrs. Claus is like, "Why is no one believing?" And
Wait, give me your best Mrs. Claus.
I cannot do that
I
again.
think he just
I
did.
think, yeah, that was it. Cherish that moment. And she goes and visits the heat miser, and I believe it is the snow miser. Honestly, again,
Hell yeah.
I could be wrong, but I also always blank on that, and that sounds the most familiar. So
I'm
good
gonna
shit,
Google
Anthony.
it.
And
Oh yeah, the
she
game's over. You can.
Game's over. I'm gonna Google
she
all
goes
the-
she
everything
goes
I
to the
want.
heat miser, and him and his brother obviously don't
Yeah,
get
they don't
along.
like each other. I could have
And-
gotten into that too.
Yeah, and then she goes to the snow miser, and they're like, "Well, can't you guys compromise?" And they're like, "Fuck no, we can't compromise."
We have confirmation it is Snow Miser.
It is snow miser,
Yes.
awesome. And then they go visit Mother Nature.
Right, their mother.
Santa
right?
Claus. Yeah, she's their mother, and she's like, I mean, in the movie, she's like, "You boys need to get along and make it snow for one day," because that's like what they need to make everybody believe again is snow for one fucking day. And then
I'd like to point out you asked the Christmas movie question to the guy who keeps a Christmas village up 12 months out of the year.
Do you?
Yeah, you picked the wrong guy to mess with,
I
Max.
did not
Yeah,
know
it's
that.
a problem.
No,
We're
that's
trying to get him to take it down.
that's awesome. I want to see it before.
No, it's been up for 2 years.
Has it
update
really?
From the Googles, I googled Snow Miser, and Google, of its own volition, gave me a list of movies that the Snow Miser has appeared in. This is a very short list, so I'm going to read the whole thing.
Okay.
The Year Without a Santa Claus,
Yeah.
A Miser Brothers Christmas,
Ooh.
Batman and Robin.
Wait. Wait.
So.
Oh, with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Wait a minute.
So
I'm
you
gonna-
you mean Mr. Freeze?
Yeah, right. Did they screw up?
I think Google screwed up.
Yes,
It's screwed up.
It's the George Clooney Batman and Robin
Oh
movie.
my god.
What the fuck? Hang
Okay,
on, you
can
guys
I-
keep talking?
can
I'm
I
gonna
say-
further Google.
Everybody shits on that movie, and I
Don't tell me it's your favorite out of
it's
those
not
four.
my favorite,
Okay.
not even by far, but I do enjoy it. Like I think it's
Do you enjoy making fun of it, like The Room, or do you actually like that movie?
okay. I've never seen The Room, but I appreciate it for a Batman movie, and if anything, I see it as like an addition of a Batman comic that came out that was just like more for kids, you know?
Okay.
It was the sequel to a gritty, like,
Yeah.
Which one was it the sequel to?
Batman Forever. Batman kills
yeah.
Two-Face in Batman Forever.
That's totally true.
Also, fucking Snow Miser was...
That was Michael Keaton, right?
No, Michael Keaton was 1 and 2. The third one was Val Kilmer, and the fourth one was George Clooney.
was Val
Also,
Kilmer. Thank
Google
you. Yeah, I'm
cheated.
just-
The Year Without a Christmas is on in the
Year
background.
Without a Santa Claus.
Year Without a Santa Claus is on
What
in
did
the...
he say?
I
He
said
said
Year
Without a
Christmas.
Christmas. I mean, both
Aw,
true, but
yeah.
The Year
not the
Without a-
title.
The Year Without a Santa Claus is in the background in Mr. Freeze's lair at one point.
Is it?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
No, it's not. It's a bad movie.
What?
I-
You've never seen it?
I meant Batman and Robin. Batman and Robin's a bad movie.
Whoa! Oh, hold on. They're counting him in that because they're watching it in the
Yeah,
background.
that's what I'm
My
telling
mind
you.
is. I thought you
Dude,
said like. I thought there
it's
was some
Movieception.
Inception stuff going on where in A Year Without a Santa Claus, the Heat Miser had A Year Without a Santa Claus on the TV.
Oh, no,
That's what
no.
I was picturing.
No.
You're telling me they're watching that in the movie, and Google did a better job than we thought.
Yeah, right. They're
Oh
like,
my God,
they're
that's amazing.
crazy
no, Google
detail
cheated.
oriented.
Snow Miser is not in Batman versus
I mean,
Robin.
he is,
I
though.
mean, Batman and
Oh,
Robin.
okay, but hold on. Now I think we need to watch the movie and find the scene
Ooh,
and
put
see
it on cinematic
and
relief.
see if Snow Miser is in a scene.
You know what? You know what, Max? We have another podcast called Cinematic Relief where we watch movies. We will have you on and we will watch Batman and
Yes.
Robin.
That sounds great to me. That sounds great. I like that.
All right. So, that being said,
Yeah, what's their point
I
tally?
think we win without.
Oh, you guys definitely
Oh,
won.
Also,
Yeah.
I don't know what order we're going to release these podcasts in, but I'd like to point out I have a record going of consistently getting 2 points on each of these so far.
Do you really?
I'm very impressed. There hasn't
great.
been a
he got 2 points on his cousin's car, and then he got 2 points on
Yu-Gi-Oh. right?
Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm killing it.
Yeah, you are.
Um,
Damn, that's good.
So that being said, Max,
Mhm.
it was closer than I thought it was going to be. Max, you have 2.5 points,
Okay.
and that's not as close as I thought. It was.
I've-
We have 4 points.
Yeah. No, the only thing that got me even remotely close was the puzzle place. Like that.
We
that,
win.
that was
Awesome.
it. Thank you.
We
Yeah.
win.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Go you guys. Go hosts of the show.
Yeah.
I don't
Thunder
think. Oh
and
no, we did
lightning.
lose last. We lost.
Yeah, we lost
against
to Matt. Yeah.
You guys lost to Matt. Wow.
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah. That's.
He
that's
was
good.
just so good at making stuff up.
I mean, yeah, and like from what you guys know, I don't know shit about cars. Like what? but that clearly that's a good topic. He was trying to win.
Ooh, I hear a little beef going on. I think we should have Matt versus Max.
Ooh, I've never met Matt.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Ooh, we could do like me and Max versus you and Matt.
Yeah. As long
That
as,
could be really good.
as
I
long
was
as,
gonna
I'm
say
on the winning team.
I wouldn't mind having like a partner to tag in when I'm just like
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
fucking
no, we like
losing
bullying
where
the
I'm
guests.
going. Yeah, no, I can tell. No, I'm thank you guys for having me on. This has
Is
been
your
a
I'm sorry. Is
lot of
your
fun.
wallet a stereo, a boombox?
Yes, it is.
This whole time I thought it was R2D2.
Did you really?
Why?
You're
Why'd
wrong.
You think it was R2D2?
Because I didn't. Because I just
No, I
wasn't
mean-
looking at it.
You know, if this was white and blue, I could see it, but you
oh well, see now.
you have that, and then you see the
so
thing on the
There's
back.
a-
You
yeah,
see the
there's a-
cassette
there's
tape.
a cassette on
Yeah.
the other side.
that.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. No, fun fact. I actually had a guy. I had this out on a table, and I had a guy that I was playing an orchestra with. He was like, "Do you know what that is?" I was like, "Yeah, it's a cassette
Wow.
tape." And he was like,
I
"Do
mean,
you-"
I was making fun of you on the VHS, but I was joking around.
Yeah, and he
That's
was
messed
like,
up.
"Do you know what it goes into?" And I was like, "It goes into a fucking radio." with
You
a
should have
cassette
flipped your
pla-
wallet
Goes
around.
into a cassette player. Like, I may be young, but I'm not an idiot.
Was it Charlie?
No, it wasn't
Oh,
Charlie.
really?
Bless that man. Actually, this is kind of funny. The man, I don't know if this is his actual name or if this is how people refer to him, but anytime I've been around him, people refer to him as Whiskey.
Oh.
And I call him Whiskey. It's just that's his name.
That's-
I don't know if
pretty
that's his
cool.
real name, right? Like he's the coolest dude too. Like I just shoot the shit with him whenever I
I mean,
rehearsal.
you kind of have to be with a name like that.
Oh yeah, no, he's a chill dude, and he has my same thing of no shoes during rehearsal.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
Is that just like a drummer thing?
I think it is a percussionist thing. Because I play timpani in orchestra, and I feel when I'm having to tune the drums. Sorry for anybody who doesn't know anything about music.
We have an
But,
entire
um,
podcast about.
Oh, do
music.
you?
yeah.
That's awesome. But I'm gonna finish this up real quick.
Yeah,
But
go for it.
there you have pedals that you tune timpani drums with, and I said drums at the end for anyone who doesn't know what timpani are. You understand that you're only supposed to say timpani. But they have
it's
pedals.
okay,
When you
Max.
push it down, you lower the tuning. When you push it up, you raise the tuning.
Oh, that's
And
interesting.
I feel like when I'm wearing shoes, there's a lot of, you lose a lot of contact.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
so
that actually makes a lot of sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I would rather and socks keeps me from like getting some form of disease from walking around on the floor barefoot.
Oh well, yeah.
You
I
know.
never go anywhere.
Dude,
barefoot.
no, that's bad.
Was
when
that-
I was
But flip flops.
Yeah, I was just gonna. Was that a joke?
Yeah,
You're
no.
always in flip-flops.
no, that wasn't a joke. I like being barefoot, but that's why I wear flip flops because like if the ground wasn't gross, I would be in bare
Honestly,
feet.
I am.
Because when I was in high school, I did martial arts, and I literally got
oh yeah.
like a bunch of like weird foot disease things because it was just like you had to be barefoot the whole time, and it was like gross and dirty, and it just
No,
like
that's fair.
I stopped taking martial arts because they were on the bottom of my feet, so not only
Yeah.
like, I couldn't like do martial arts anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I hate being barefoot if I'm not like in my own house.
There was a summer where pretty much I didn't wear socks the entire summer, and I'd actually no one else can see them, but these exact boat shoes that I have with me today, I wore those the entire summer, and when I didn't want to wear shoes, I'd just kick them off and I'd just be barefoot, and I just walk around on like pavement bare feet.
Aren't
And
you two just the coolest cats?
dude, I know, right? Have you guys seen?
Wait, was the end of that story and I got mad fucked up and I got weird shit on my feet?
No, the end of that story was I got some pretty dope calluses on the bottom of my feet, so it didn't hurt to walk on pavement anymore.
You guys are just so cool. I
Right?
don't even know why I'm in the same room as
Dude,
you.
I don't either. You should leave. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, host, sit back down.
Cool. I think
Is
that
that-
does it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Well,
So-
congrats to the winners.
Yes,
Thank you.
We finally win.
Yeah.
So I never really explained this, and I just wanted to put it out there. Every time we do one of these, we take the topics that we all talk about, and we put it on a list. And the topics are from that point on like off limits, and they'll go back on limits at a certain point. But I just feel like we never explained that. So things like, oh geez.
Things like
Things
example.
like Black Mirror and Puzzle Place, like you won't see them on for at least a couple episodes.
That's good. Yeah, you don't want to reuse content.
Yeah, it just especially my biggest fear was like first episode I talk about Yu-Gi-Oh, and then second episode someone else talks about Yu-Gi-Oh, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh great,
And it just
welcome back to the Yu-Gi-Oh fan
Yeah, it just
cast.
becomes redundant, and then it becomes the Yu-Gi-Oh fan cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back to
Or-
our
or,
review of
Firewatch cast.
Yeah,
Tune in next
Firewatch
week.
Cast. Tune in next week and every week for the end of until the end of linear time for Firewatch Cast.
Yep.
Where we talk about a different aspect of Firewatch. I've never played Firewatch.
I watched a full playthrough. Really beautiful game, really artfully made, great storytelling. I did a bad job of explaining the story. Anyone who is intrigued by the idea of someone sitting up in a Firewatch tower, but having there be a story unfolding, it's a great story. Y'all should go check it out.
Is it at all like, and we're going a bit long,
Yeah.
but is it at all like Gone Home? How you just kind of walk and experience the story
Yes.
through like.
You have so the thing that drives the story is there's another Firewatcher, but she just stays in her tower and she pretty much points stuff. She's at like the central command tower, and you're just in one of the regions of this national park, and she pretty much gives you stuff to do, and you go check it out. But as you explore, you start there is a story that builds.
I like how we're talking about a topic that wasn't
A topic.
part of
Yeah.
this show.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'll just cut that part out. I'll edit it back in earlier, and
Yeah.
and that's it. That's it. For this fall, tune in next week for Firewatch Watch
Watch
2018.
cast.
Firewatch Cast 2018.
Yep.
Xbox
There-
One X.
There it is.
Xbox One X.
Yeah.
But no, that'll do it.
Oh.
Join us next week when we have hopefully another different guest.
And thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
a lot.
totally.
This,
Thanks
this,
for-
this was awesome.
Thanks for being on. We'll definitely have you back on one, if not all, of our other podcasts and shows.
I'm very much looking forward to it. Can't wait.
if you're not already, subscribe to our Let's Play channel. This is where this will go up. But yeah, other than that, did you have anything else you wanted to say?
I am still lightning.
And I'm still Thunder.
And I'm still the guest.
Except as soon as I hit record and we're not recording anymore, you are no longer the
No
guest.
longer a guest, ever. Except
All right.
for hopefully the times that I come back. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, totally. This was fun. All right. So, see you next time.